I'm responded to in this very abrasive, angry way that treats me like a problem rather than a person.
After yet another flight experience that she describes as traumatic, accessibility advocate Maayan Ziv is once again calling for change and for the air travel rights of people with disabilities to be recognized and respected.
I've been traveling with a much more compact, foldable travel chair that's specifically designed to allow people like myself to fold it up, to store it in the cabin, to remove batteries.
Ziv says that's in response to her larger customized wheelchair being damaged when it was stowed as cargo on an Air Canada flight last September, although it has since been replaced by the airline.
There are laws that state that when flying to or from the U.S., wheelchairs that are collapsible and of a certain dimension should take priority to be stored in the closets on board in the cabin.
On a recent trip to Austin, she says she faced a combative flight attendant but was able to store her wheelchair on board. On the way back, however,
the flight attendant had been briefed because there was a report filed by the previous flight attendant, and she basically was ready to fight. She said, "Hi, no wheelchair, and if we break it, we'll buy you a new one."
Passenger rights activist Gabor Lukács says that's in contravention to the law Ziv was citing.
The starting point of the law is that for a person with disabilities, their mobility aids are the extension of the person's body. The same way that you wouldn't put a passenger's hand sticking out of the cabin through the window, you don't put a wheelchair in the cargo hold unless it is impossible to put it in the cabin or unsafe to do so.
In a statement, Air Canada says the regulations apply only to manual wheelchairs and do not apply to aircraft of fewer than 100 seats. The customer's chair in this case is battery powered, and we fly Toronto to Austin with a 76-seat Embraer aircraft.
That response in itself, to me, is just indicative of the type of culture we're dealing with.
In an audio recording of her interaction with staff, Ziv offers to remove the batteries to ensure her wheelchair complied with regulations, but to no avail.
It's a dangerous good, and your wheelchair cannot be on board.
My wheelchair is a dangerous good?
Battery, yes.
We can disconnect it.
No,
we can
there's
fix the
no
battery.
battery on board.
Why are we negotiating based on these details? It should be the utmost priority for any airline to protect all of its passengers and not start to stipulate, what type of plane, what type of country, what type of mobility device. This is my extension of my body. We're missing the point when we're getting into the fine print. The point is to say, how can we confirm and assure that every person with or without a disability is protected equitably in air travel?
Dilshad Burman, City News.